Hello and welcome to the Daily Dominion for January 13th, 2025. I am back after several weeks and don't know how much of this I'm going to be doing over the next couple weeks, but I am at least going to be doing it today. And we've got our base plus Prosperity Kingdom. I had a discussion on Discord recently about how these feel like they are base heavy, and this one certainly, in fact, is with 8 base cards and only 2 prosperity cards. Wait, not prosperity. Corn guilds. My bad. Anyway, so, however, there is corn, so potentially we can build pretty big here. There's also remake and chapel. I don't think. Well, would we want to get a remake? Let's see. Ultimately, the draw here is library, which isn't the best. I mean, one library is enough to put a whole bunch of horns into hand, so it's not awful. It's not amazing. Remake will definitely be able to make good do a good job with trashing estates. We can turn them into useful cards. That is nice. And then potentially we can make use of remaking Horn Gains and also remake the Chapel at some point. But it does still seem likely that remake eventually becomes like a dead card in the deck. I mean, you'd almost have to go out of your way to like remake, or sorry, to gain less useful cards and then remake them. So what happens if we collide Chapel and remake? Actually, probably end up playing the remake. I mean, it does depend on what we have in hand, but I think. Oh, I think we're gonna open with the Chapel. Interesting. Yeah, it does go for the remake. Okay. I think I will too. Like, we're certainly not going to hit 5, nor do we particularly need to quickly. Okay. Let's go ahead and get our 1 silver, and then I think we'll go ahead and take a village first. We do have multiple terminals in our deck after all. I don't think we want an estate or a chapel, even though it is a remake target. Doesn't seem worth. Bottom decked the chapel. Not ideal. I think I'll go ahead and take a throne here. Okay, well, throning the chapel isn't really what I had in mind. Yeah, not ideal here. No purchases in this shuffle. We still have the chapel that we can turn into something useful. I think we just throw in the village. Let's see, metal. Oh, damn it. Okay, maybe we should just go ahead and take a 5 here rather than trashing with the chapel. I mean, we could trash 2 coppers by a merchant. And then I mean, even throne merchant. Yeah, actually that is probably better. Okay, I actually think we do want to throne this remake. Because we can turn the chapel into another merchant. Or sorry, into another silver. To replace the silver we're going to trash here. So chapel to silver. Silver to throne room. Throne merchant. I have 4 here. We just go ahead and remake Throne Room Village into like Horn Throne, and then buy probably a village because we're going to want the unique. All right, I don't think we actually want to play this other throne room. We want to have it as an option to remake. Give 4 coins again. Get a 5 off of the horn. Yeah, I think we just remake into Throne Market. Get another horn. Another throne room or another village? We did take other throne rooms, so I think a village again. Ah, shit. This is really obnoxious. And really unlikely. We can gain like 2 merchants or merchant village here. Maybe that's just what we should do. Ugh. Somehow the AI is like beating me to the punch on gaining horns, which is really obnoxious. Oh wait, no. What do I need to do? Play this, don't play this. Man. Alright. Play the village first. I don't think we're we don't need to throne villages. Throne the market. Throne the merchant. We could remake. I don't think we need to. Alright. We definitely need to gain at least 1 library at this point. Right, we have 4 horns. That should be okay. We could take a chapel so that we have something to remake, but I don't want to risk it. Okay, they are. AI is overgaining markets, which is nice for me. I mean, throwing a merchant is fine, but I guess we can play one merchant first. No. Okay. Not a good way to play this remake. I mean, I guess we keep it. Oh, man. Being destroyed here. Ugh. Okay, well. Piles are really low. Do we possibly have a win here? Our horns can already gain 5s. We remake bronze, silver. We don't have any money if we do that. Ugh. We'd have 4 gains from the horns, and that's 6 total, which is not enough to empty. Yeah, I don't think so. Ugh. Yeah, I guess we were supposed to toss the throne room. I wanted to pair it with the market, but no such luck. You kind of need their library, I think. 4 horns. Wondering if I need to pop one for a duchy. Market would have gotten us to, like, the horns are worth 6 right now, or like gain is 6. Market would get to 7. Remake would get it to 8, but it's like dicey. Maybe I still have a remake. Does. That's not good either. Doesn't have a merchant though? Because I have 2. So it doesn't have I think it doesn't have enough uniques to horn for province. So like if we take 1 duchy and then lower piles, I don't think it's going to be in a position to empty. I'll just say for sure. Or we can buy the duchy. Okay. The other question is, do we want to have another unique? Maybe I should have taken the chapel and then chapel the remake, and then, like, because I can play the chapel without needing to trash cards. But like, I mean, it could just be gold. The other unique. It could also be we don't even try to hit province, but difficult. And in theory, we should have the actions to play a chapel if it came to that. Playing Remake is a lot tougher. I'm gonna plus buy to just buy the dang chapel. Like, is gold better? It blocks the library draw more. It's the big downside. I'm really not sure about this, but okay. And then I would like one more horn, but maybe it should just be like Market Throne Room. I think 3 libraries in the deck should be actively unhelpful here. Well, you made Throne Room Library into Village. Okay. All right, so what the hell happened here? You go for Remake Village and then get another remake. And then buy a chapel. It's like so odd. The chapel once and then remake it into a silver merchant. Is it just the fact that they collided the 2 remakes early and got a 5 in their deck? Maybe that's all it really was. Like, I had... And maybe I was supposed to take Merchant here over Village. I've been burned by doing that before, like, because the Merchant just doesn't find the silver, but maybe I needed that coin earlier. This turn certainly was awkward where I had 4 coins, but not... Oh no, this wasn't the turn, that was the next turn. I did get a horn bite now, though. Yeah, honestly, I'm not really sure. Looks like they were pretty much fully thin by this point already. Which is surprising when they didn't start with the chapel. Trash 2 cards turn 4. 1 card turn 5. And then 4 cards turn 6. Maybe they were just really lucky to see chapel and 4 trashable cards on turn 6. It's like, now that I'm thinking about that, that's not likely at all. Yeah, I think that's actually the, like the turn where they kind of made up for not having opened with a chapel. Like normally you would expect by turn 6 that you'd have, you'd be trashing like maybe 2 cards with chapel, not 4. And then by this turn, they've got just the 2 coppers left. And the next turn, they're trash one of those and buy a horn. And then the next turn, they horn for horn. And yeah, they're already being pretty good. For my part, yeah, I do wonder if this taking village here was just a mistake. I should have taken merchant. Or possibly here, over the throne room. Which I then immediately drew with chapel. Sucks. Hmm. Yeah, like I guess if I were going to go back and mess with this, I think I would go ahead and change this here. Let's see what happens if we do that. I mean, this is going to change all the shuffles too, so I don't know how instructive that'll actually be, but maybe it doesn't actually. Let's find out. Get throne room here, and we still draw this garbage. Interesting. And then we still have this. Yeah, I don't know. It feels like we just kind of got a rough draw here, but yeah, and then they still got that. But we do have Throne Merchant here, which means we can play. We can trash 2 coppers and still hit 5. We take Horner Market though. I think we go ahead and take a horn. Okay. Bottom deck the horn and the merchant. At this point, we just remake. Throne the remake. Yeah. This is similar to what we did, I think, actually. So Chapel replaces the silver, trash the copper, trash the silver, gain another throne room. We don't actually have 2 cards to throne, though, but I guess it's another remake target. I mean, the other thing I was thinking about doing is remaking the throne room. We did that. Would be the market. And at this point, I think we'd go ahead and trash Chapel and take a village. And I don't really need multiple villages here, at least not right now. So I guess we'd take one more merchant. Oh, we don't have a throne room now. Okay. I think we don't get to play the remake right now. Maybe that's okay. Keeping a copper is another unique. I mean, if we did remake into throne, we just wouldn't have any money. Yeah. All right. Now we might actually be ready for library. Well, we do want a throne room. So we could take another chapel and then remake Copper Chapel. If we wanted to go like, maybe we don't actually take library yet. Maybe it's like throne, or sorry, horn. Yeah, I think we do take the chapel. Really. Go ahead and throw on the market. Well, we get chapel to copper. That does mess with things a little bit though with the remake. Maybe we don't do that. On the other hand, we could also end up chapeling the remake. Actually, I think getting this if that option is better. Okay, so at this point we do probably want a library. And another horn. Maybe one more market. So the one thing here is I think that you don't need that many markets, but okay, we got the library. The merchant. Okay. Let's go ahead and do that. I think we should just go ahead and chapel the remake. We can already get provinces. I don't think we want to just yet. We might want to get... We're probably buying Throne Village here. So like one more library I think is good just for reliability. More horn. One more horn. Throne Village. We are going to have trouble, like, emptying out our hand. That's the one thing. Running library, but what other action? We have 4 horns. Oh, we have 5 horns. So we could completely fill our hand here. We've already got a throne. Yeah, I think we... We also have this silver. Yeah, I think we have to set this aside. That is unfortunate. We don't have the actions to play this. Okay, that we can keep. In theory, we could trash the silver here. Right? Throne, market, merchant, library, village, chapel. Oh no, this okay. The counter does include the horn itself. All right, never mind. All right, so now we are a coin short of buying a province, but we could take 5 provinces. I mean, I think that would be pretty winning. Buy a horn back. Wait, what? Oh. They gained a bandit, 3 gold, in a library. Yeah. I guess we keep this. I'm attempting to trash provinces here. Or at least one. What do we discard? Throne, province, village, market. Okay. But we've already got everything we need to gain another province. And to gain... Oh, there's no more horns to gain. Well, okay, whatever. What is that last card? I think it's another province. Definitely want to draw through it. Oh, we drew 2 provinces. Well, I mean, that's fine. All right, do we buy duchy at this point, or do we buy, like, a gold? Try to hit province that way. I think we take the gold. We only need to get 2 more. This isn't usually the way I want to end horn games, but given the situation, like with the draw being so constrained. And they're so far away from catching up. Let me just take the gold again. Okay, that's actually a pretty useful discard. They haven't spent their horns. Maybe they spent one of them? Or did I? I didn't spend 7. I don't know what they would have spent Come on. I'm going to find a throne room. I guess I'd play library first at this point. Well, that'll do. Throne a library. Let's go. Surely I'm at half VP at this point, but I guess the AI doesn't care exactly. I think none of this draws. It doesn't matter. So what happened differently here is basically that I did hit 5 a turn earlier, which meant I could start gaining stuff a turn earlier. I think something did change. Like, this turn was the same, but then they shuffled, and I think maybe that shuffle was different in some way. Because I think the previous iteration, they hit 5 this turn. Maybe they didn't, though. Maybe it was like... So maybe I actually got... Yeah, I think I actually got my first horn on turn 9 the previous run through. So I actually hit 5 2 turns earlier. So, yeah. I think that's what it came down to. I guess mostly I'm surprised at how effectively the AI piloted this deck. Like, in the end, it didn't, once I took 5 provinces in this run through. But in the previous run through, it was like, I don't know, I feel like it usually doesn't resist the allure of like buying gold or like playing with bandit or whatever, but here it did. And it was going pretty hard for the horns, and yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe if I hadn't lowered piles as much, like, it wouldn't have been able to win, but yeah, I mean, I could see it being the case that, like, if I really didn't want to pop one of the horns if I could help it, but maybe if I'd popped one of them for duchy, that would have been enough to defend. And then, like, I don't know, it's just awkward because then you have like only 3 horns left, and that's not a lot of reach on the provinces. Although, like I said, the AI wasn't like in a position to take provinces, so maybe that was fine. But yeah, but I think the more important thing was taking merchant too late / village too early. It's just, I think I maybe wasn't thinking clearly about the fact that a lot of the times when I've taken, like with these base heavy boards, I take merchant too early because like the collision isn't going to happen. But in this case, like with both remake and chapel on the board, it's like, well, the collision's pretty likely, so don't worry about it, just do it. Although I think there are like there are shuffles where that wouldn't matter, where like, just because I had some turns where it was like, well, actually I think I did have the turn 6 where the merchant, so this is the sort of thing, the reason that I didn't want to, but then like I only hit 2 here after playing with remake, so then it's like if I didn't already have the merchant, I wouldn't be able to get it here. So that's really the issue, is not even so much the fact of not being able to hit 5 is like not being able to hit 3 potentially, which happened multiple times even, I think. Well, not on this run through, but on the previous one. I think I also, like, my turn 8 or something was similar to that. And I guess you could also be argued that being able to play remake and chapel in the same turn is not very important anyway, so the village isn't really doing much. Anyway, well, an embarrassing return to this, but oh well. Also, what is this little diamond on the Den of Sin art? Is that like real? Is that an artifact that isn't supposed to be visible at normal size? I don't know. I've never seen that before. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I will, be back at some point with this, but quite possibly not tomorrow. Until then.